Welcome to a peek at the Tricloud Nexus platform. In a series of videos, I will guide you through the platform and show you how to use it for a wide range of use cases within Industrial IoT. In a previous video, I showcased how you can set up data collection with Tricloud Nexus. And in this video, I will show you how to use Tricloud Nexus to explore, query, and visualize data, so you can retrieve vital information on how your operations are performing and create a simple dashboard. To illustrate this, I will use the fictional company called Mentastic. Mentastic is a chewing gum manufacturer that has started on their digitalization journey. In the previous video, we configured data collection for Mentastic's gum-based mixer, located at their production site in Fredericia. I configured data to be collected for the following tags from their mixer: torque, speed, and temperature, as well as a few others, which is not relevant for this video. Now Mentastic wants to visualize data from the mixer, so they can gain insights into the gum-based process. So let's see how Tricloud Nexus can support Mentastic in their business requirement. The first step is to explore the collected Timeseries data. And to do this, we start by going to the Timeseries under Insights. So a few days have passed since we deployed the asset hierarchy to the edge device at the Fredericia production site, and it has been collecting data since then. Here we can see the hierarchy for Mentastic, where we modeled the gum-based process in the previous video. So here we have the mixer under the gum-based process at Fredericia. I can see all the tags that have been set up as part of data collection, which is being stored in Tricloud Nexus's Timeseries database. So let's have a look at the data for the mixer speed, the mixer torque, and the mixer temperature. If we want to have a closer look, we can zoom further in and have a sample view of, let's say, 1 hour. The Timeseries Explorer can visualize historical data points in a Timeseries chart and makes it possible to drill down to potentially view any correlation between these data points. We can also have a look at data flowing in real time. I can do this by clicking the play button on a single tag. And here you can see the data points being streamed in real time directly from the edge device. This is often useful to determine if data is flowing as expected. If we want to investigate data further, we can go to the area called Queries. Here we have read access to the Timeseries database, and we can use the editor to query data. The query language we use is called Custom Query language and is in many ways similar to SQL queries. Here in the editor, I have already provided a few example queries, so let's have a look at them. So the first query will take the latest 1,000 measurements coming from the mixer. Let's run it. As you can see, it returns a Timeseries dataset for all the tags for the mixer. The next query is showing data for a single tag, in this case the mixer temperature. Let's run it. But as you can see, this query just shows the data points. So what if we wanted to add more context, like the metadata we added in the asset hierarchy in the last video, in order to enrich this data set? So for example, let's add unit of measure for the mixer temperature. Let's run this query. As you can see here, we now have the temperature specified in Celsius, and we have the information we need if we need to use it in a dashboard or for further calculations. So the next query will show the mixer temperature for the last 8 hours. I will use this query to show you how you can create visuals and add them to a dashboard. So when I run the query, I get the result and I can click Add Visuals. I then select how I want to visualize it. In this case, I want to create a time chart. I then need to ensure that I specify the proper columns from the dataset on the Y and X axis. And in this case, I can see it has selected the value for the Y axis and start time for the X axis, which is correct. I can then pin this to the dashboard, give it a name, call it mixer temperature. Then I want to create a new dashboard. I call it Mentastic Dashboard. And I pin it. But I will not show the dashboard just now, because I actually want to add an additional tile to the dashboard based on another query which takes the mixer torque for the last 8 hours. I can run this query, get the dataset, add another visual in the same manner. Again, select time chart, ensure that the columns are correct, and then I can pin it. I give the tile a name. I can call it mixer torque and use the existing Mentastic dashboard and pin it. And this time I want to view it. So now we can see the two tiles I just created with a rather simple custom query and showing the two different tags, mixer temperature and mixer torque. If I use the default time filter, I can see that nothing changes in the charts. And this is due to the hard-coded time filter inside the queries of 8 hours. So let me try to fix this quickly. I'll then edit the dashboard and then edit the tile. And I need to replace this 8-hour filter with a variable coming from the time filter. And that variable is called start time. And then I need to click apply, and I can update the other tile in the same manner. Set start time, click apply, and then save my changes. If I go back to viewing the dashboard, I can then see data being updated based on the default time filter for the dashboard. If I change the filter for a longer period or a shorter period, we can see the data being updated here. This is a rather simple way to build dashboards really fast. But you can make them more advanced by editing them and adding in additional pages with more data sources. And you can even add custom filters that are applied across each tile to make it more interactive, just like the default time filter. When the dashboard is done, you need to share it with either the business or operations personnel on the factory floor, so they can access the dashboard and get insights into the operations process. So I just showcased you an example of how to use Tricloud Nexus to explore, query and visualize data from assets in a manufacturing process. To learn more about Tricloud Nexus and its features, you can watch our other videos, which you will find on our YouTube channel and on the website. Here you can also book a demo. Remember to follow Tricloud on LinkedIn. Thank you for watching.